Welcome back. So I promised that I would show you a bean haul slash seed haul video because last week we went to CD Saturdays in Innisfil and it was quite the experience. It was quite a little unassuming little conglomeration of booths where beans, why do I keep thinking beans? Seed enthusiasts conglomerated. Anyway, and we really enjoyed ourselves and everyone was really nice and very kind, helpful, informative. Yeah, we were just so happy to be there. Everyone was just so unassuming and so chill and super relaxed, and I could tell I was gonna have fun planting these. I'm so looking forward to doing it. Incidentally, the day after that event, it started to snow. So it snowed, I don't even know how many centimeters, but it snowed quite a bit, and it was, I don't know, like 2 feet high collected. So that was pretty crazy. So it kind of pushed back our bean planting plans. But I wanted to show you the haul first. The haul. There's really not a lot here, but there's a lot of beans inside these little bitty packets. I went to two booths. There are all sorts of like beautiful gardening things there too, like hummingbird feeders, butterfly feeders. I'm kind of excited to set up a little garden in our back. It's gonna look so nice, and wind chimes. I love wind chimes. So we got these 3 little packets from the seed exchange at the library, or the seed library at Innisfil. You take these seeds, you sign them out. So there's a form there where you write down your name and the seed type, where it was harvested, and all the information that you could think of that's on here, so that they know what you took. You take this, you plant it, and once your plants have flourished and started to seed, you can bring back the seeds. So it's like, long-term borrowing. I don't know what that's called, but you borrow it for over a summer, you wait for it to grow, and then you give it back, and it's so super cool. So I'm just super excited that I get to be a part of it, because it's my first time really trying to plant anything. So I'm hoping that it goes really well and that I have something to give back at the end of the season. And I have a feeling it's like such a sign of gratitude, and I can't really describe much further how just thankful I feel to be able to do that. So so here's hoping that we get some of these seeds back in our own pots that we will plant. So I got parsley, oregano, I love oregano, and basil. I love fresh basil. And a lot of recipes call for parsley, even though it's kind of like not my first herb of choice. This is lovage, and a funny story about this, I was looking all over for lovage. I was looking at the seed library, and then there was another booth. I forget what it's called now. It wasn't the seed library, it was another entity. And there are a couple of ladies there, and I was kind of asking them, do you have lovage? I've looked through this bin full of herbs and I couldn't find any. One of them was like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm Polish. We use it in a lot of Polish cooking, so I have some. I'll just give it to you. And it grew all over her garden, apparently. And she was like, here's my number. Give me a call. I work here, and you can meet me, and I'll give you lovage. I'm like, all right. So I walk away with her phone number, fully intending to call her. I still haven't called her, but I will because I just want to connect and learn more gardening tips. She was gonna let me call her for lovage, but then one of her coworkers in the same table, she knew that I was looking for lovage because she was there as well. After I left the table, she hunted me down and gave me this little packet, and I was just so thrilled because lovage is an herb that's used in a lot of Romanian soups or a lot of Romanian cooking. And food to me doesn't take, like Romanian food that I make, that I try to make, doesn't taste Romanian without lovage. It's just one of those things that's so distinct, and it tastes kind of, it's salty. It's a salty herb. Like you really can't mistake the taste of lovage. Like it doesn't taste like anything else. So it's going to be very interesting to finally start using this. I'm so excited. And so what I planned for these is I have like a huge pot that I tried to plant basil in last year, but it didn't work out because my son, being the toddler that he is, he dug it up and then I just got frustrated and just left it. So that was our story, but I'm hoping that this year it'll be a little better. So what we're gonna do with this is plant them all in the same pot, and they're pretty low maintenance. I asked the ladies if I can do that and they said absolutely. I've seen that done, so it should be no problem. Crossing fingers again, because I know different plants have different needs, right? But these are pretty low maintenance as far as I can tell. And lovage apparently just grows like crazy, so that's gonna be super exciting. And then the last of the seed haul, I got some yellow beans. This is because I wanted to make an Easter garden with the kids from the homeschooling co-op that we visit. And what I wanted to do is kind of plant them in a clear mason jar, or it doesn't have to be clear, just plant them in soil and be like a symbol of Jesus going down into the darkness and being buried up into the tomb. And then out of that, the bean opens, and if that doesn't happen, if you know, death doesn't happen, new life can sprout. So I thought that was a pretty good example of, or a pretty good way of describing death to a young child, because you know, these themes have to be explained somehow, sometime. But I'm also very excited to have these in my garden. So I'm hoping that we have, and I'm actually gonna open this up because I'm actually curious as to what they look like. This is what the yellow bean seed looks like. Wax beans. So it'll be pretty exciting. I don't really use this a lot in cooking, but I'm excited to. I could put it in salads, and it says here, top with delicious when Frenched. I don't know what that is. Then steamed. Top with butter or margarine if preferred. Sensational. So this is going to be super exciting, and it looks like I have enough in here for I don't know, 15 kids. I'm not exactly sure what the counts are. So that is the seed haul, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome to see you on the other side of planting. And yeah, so have a good night and take care of yourselves. Bye.